Welcome to the 2.5 Tipsters podcast. Two great professional tipsters are with you today, Miloš and Iko. They will present you football matches with the most potential for betting. My name is Petar and I will, as usual, be the moderator of this humble discussion. Today we have 7 games from 7 different European leagues. The matches are played on Saturday, Sunday, and our tipsters promise you good value in the tips they have prepared. So, let's get started. And Ivan, you are the first today. And as far as I can see, you are taking us to Italy, where Juventus and Verona will play on Saturday. Juventus beat Inter last week, and then Verona lost to direct relegation competitor Sampdoria. So I'm interested, what do you have to say about that?
Yeah, Juventus was in crisis for a while and couldn't beat anyone. And when you add to that Italian Federation dedicated them 15 points, everyone thought that will be a completely lost season for Juventus. But Massimiliano Allegri team raised form and won last, 6 games in Serie A, and now on 7th place with 7 points less than Milan. Also, Milan play very terribly lately, and I don't believe they can keep a position that leads to the Champions League next season. Also, Vlahovic scored 3 goals in the last 2 matches for Serbia national team, so he's returning to form and will do his best to score in Serie A, I think for first time since the beginning of the February. Verona, on the other hand, is on relegation zone. They lost, like you said, last match to their direct rival for survival, Sampdoria, and along with Napoli, they are the only club without win in the last 5 rounds. And for that reason, I have no dilemma regarding this game. I would play for Juventus to win and more than 1.5 goals in this match. And the odd for that is, I think, this moment 1.90.
That's a good odd. The next match that you choose is from Serbian Superliga. Current champion Crvena Zvezda, or Red Star, welcomes Mladost. I'm not expecting any surprises here, are you?
Yeah, me too. I don't expect surprises, especially that Red Star is best team in the Serbia. They have 19 points more than second placed TSC Bačka Topola. But we saw 2 weeks ago that Crvena Zvezda without Kata and Kanga is not nearly the same team as when they are on the field. In the match against Napoli in Kruševac, they was basically without playmaker on the pitch, and even they were leading 1-0 until 85 minutes, they failed to double their lead and secure victory in this match. Napoli took advantage on the only chance they had in the game after the corner kick and equalized in 1-1, and that was a full-time result. Also, Zvezda almost secured their title, and they're giving a chance to the players from their youth academy. Beside bonus players, which must start a match in the Super League, Zvezda last few rounds play with 4 and more players younger than 21 years in the starting lineup. And it will probably do the same in this match, but the crucial question is whether Kanga or Kate will be in starting lineup. If they are, we expect a routine victory for Zvezda and probably decided already in the first half. And ironically, Mladost GAT showed that they can't beat anyone except Partizan. Even new coach Nenad Lalatovic, who came as an expert to save teams from the relegation, didn't manage to change something in the first 3 matches. And Mladost will definitely struggle for survival until the last round of championship. I believe that Crvena Zvezda will enter this match rested after the national team break, and they will want to mathematically secure the title even before champions divide to the playoff and play-out. And because of that, my suggestion for this game is Zvezda lead on half-time and Zvezda win and over 1.5 goals total. And the odd on that is, I think, 1.75 at this moment.
Okay, thank you. And let's go back to Italy. Napoli and Milan. This is a good game. It should be an exciting match.
Yeah, Napoli is playing great this season, and only miracle can prevent them to being champions of Italy for the first time since 1919, when the legendary Maradona bring them trophy. today idols of every Napolitan are Kvaratskhelia and Osimhen, and these two players scored 33 goals this season, I think. And also Napoli reached the quarterfinal of Champions League, where their opponent is Milan again. And in my opinion, they are the main favorites for the final in Istanbul, considering the draw, and they will play against winner of the match between Inter and Benfica in the semi-final. Napoli won all big games at home field this year, except the match with Lazio, but in that game they were also much better rival. Milan, on the other hand, don't play constantly this year, and they can't capture the continuity of results. With such a games, it will be difficult for them to keep the fourth place on the table, considering that Roma, Atalanta and Juventus have only a few points less. This will be the first of 3 matches between these two rivals in the next 15 days, and as we already mentioned, they will also meet in the quarterfinal of Champions League. For that reason, I expect that Napoli will do their best to win this match, and in order to gain a confidence before the Champions League matches. Also, odds on the victory of Napoli is 1.80, and that is something I would like to suggest to bet in this match.
Okay, thank you, Iko. And now it's Miloš's turn. Miloš, let's go to our favorite league, or at least to your favorite league, the Premier League, Brighton versus Brentford. It should be a good game, and what do you expect of it?
Yeah, it should be a great game, and I'm really happy that international football is finally over, because it's complete shitsery, you know. So I'm extremely happy to pick the Premier League games again, and the first game that caught my eye in this round is Brighton against Brentford. I really like what Brighton did with Coach De Zerbi, you know, because every football fan who ever watched Sassuolo under De Zerbi knows that he loves to play total football, and his team plays on possession and with a lot of offensive power. So yeah, they lost Trossard to Arsenal, and that's a big loss for their midfield, but after all, they have some quality players in McAllister, Holy March and Mitoma, so they showed in past few rounds that they can really bring some real damage in the offensive sector. On the other hand, Brentford is a pretty strange team, you know. They played a lot of draws this season, but they have really potent offense with Ivan Toney, so I expect this game to be an open game and to see over 2.5 goals. So the betting sites gave us some really tasty odds on that place, so you can find it like 175, 180. And if you want to go for the better odds, my suggestion is to go to both teams to score and over 2.5 goals, which will be paid around even, maybe 2.05. So yeah, my main bet for this game is to see goals, so over 2.5 goals is the best bet.
Okay, from the Bundesliga, you choose the clash of the two biggest rivals for this year's title. Bayern from Munich and Borussia from Dortmund. It should be also a very interesting game.
Yeah, that's an epic rivalry, you know. But strange thing happened in the Munich team during this international break, because they decided to sack the coach and to bring a new one, and that's really strange, because their previous coach and manager is for me one of the most talented managers in the world, you know. Well, yeah, he made the mistake. He took the vacation with his ex-girlfriend now, and that skiing vacation costed him the job in the Bayern Munich and the serious or not so serious relationship with that girl. So you don't know. Maybe Bayern paid that girl to go with him on the skiing, and they gave him the resignation. That's like win-win situation for them. You never know. On the other hand, we have Borussia Dortmund, who is playing pretty good. You know, we saw in the last game they demolished Köln in one-sided game. The week before that, they have a really tough and strange derby game against Schalke. But they're good, offensively potent. They're young, they're fast, they're energetic. So this game has everything in my eyes to be one really efficient game. So yeah, the bookies are playing safe here and there, giving us really shit odds for the over 2.5 goals. But you have two options here, and those are my two suggestions. If you want to go for a safer bet, you can go with both teams to score and over 2.5 goals. I suppose odds there will be about around 170, 175. If you want to go for a riskier option, you can go to over 3.5 goals, which is paid like 195, or over 3.5 goals in both teams to score, because history showed when Bayern and Borussia play, that's like Oktoberfest, you know. They like to score goals, concede goals. It's all fun and games. So yeah, just bet on goals here. You won't make mistake.
This is very thorough prediction, Miloš. We're going to Spain, Spanish La Liga, and you choose Athletic Bilbao, which welcomes Getafe. Very strange game ahead of us.
Yeah. The Spanish La Liga became like Italian Serie A from the 90s, you know. You put the game on TV and you fell asleep after 15 minutes because they are playing such dull football that's disgusting. But okay, you know, it's still one of the top 5 leagues in the Europe, and I found one interesting bet in this game because Bilbao is a strange environment, you know. For those who do not know, in Bilbao there are no foreign players, so you need to be Basque to play for the club, and the people from the city and the football fans there, they really love their club. And this season Bilbao is playing pretty solid. They're in the 7th place on the table, but in the past 4 home games they managed to win only 1 game against Cadiz, where they won 4-1, and in other 3 games against Barcelona, Girona and Real Madrid they lost. So knowing the mentality there, I know that the fans will now die for this win, and Getafe is the perfect opponent for that, because they cannot score goals and their defense is okay, but I think that Bilbao will do everything in their power to win this game. So my bet for this game is home win. Playing home win. If you want to risk it more, I suggest you to take Asian handicap with the minus 0.75 line or even -1 line. So all 3 bets are pretty good in my eyes.
Okay, thank you. And the last tip for this weekend is a little surprise for me, but not for you, because you know what's going on even there. Hungarian First League and Ferencvaros versus Fehervar.
Oh, your Hungarian is pretty good, I can see. Yeah, the OTP Bank League is one of my favorite leagues, and I know several other Twitter tipsters that love to play that league, because it's pretty efficient league, and it's a league where so many clubs have quite the same quality, so you never know who will win, but one thing is certain, there will be goals, you know. Still, Ferencvaros is the best club in the Hungary for years, you know, and they are the multiple champions, and they had some really good runs in the Champions League qualifiers. If I'm not wrong, they even once came to the group stage. Maybe I'm wrong, I don't know, I'm watching too many leagues, you know. On the other hand, Fehervar is one, let's say it, middle tier to low tier team in the Hungary, and they are not so good. So we have here the big quality difference, the big gap between teams, and Ferencvaros has the best defense in the league. So despite the books gave us pussy odds for the home win like 135, which is, you know, you never take those odds because those are sucker odds. I found one interesting bet. So when you go to the goals market, you can find the game both teams to score no. So basically we are betting on that in this game one team will not score the goal. You do not care which one. It's just you need to game end with 0 on one side. So I think that's a smart bet here, because in my humble opinion, Ferencvaros will win, and Ferencvaros will keep the clean sheet. So both teams to score no with the odds 186 is the smartest bet on this game.
Okay, Miloš, thanks for that. And thank you, guys. Thank you, both of you. That's it for this edition of the 2.5 Tipsters podcast. Expect us next week too, of course. Miloš, Iko, and Petar, your favorite 2.5 tipsters. What should I say more? You can read how to bet and many other smart things on our website, betexperts.com. You should visit that website and learn how to bet responsibly.
Yes, I can add at the end that we at the Bet Experts have not just free betting tips every day. We have a lot of educational articles. We are having the Twitter tipster reviews. We are having the great number of lists with bonuses, no deposit bonuses, reload bonuses, etc. So yeah, visit our website and listen to our podcast. And if you have any suggestions how to make this podcast better, please leave a comment, like, subscribe, etc., etc. You know the drill. So it was really pleasure working with you guys for the first time, and we will do it every week. So yeah, let's go.
Okay, so see you next week.
Bye-bye.